Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Sadhana Sumara. Sadhana Sumara leadership. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Rama, हरे राधा सोमवार की जय श्री भगवान की जय गुरु परंपरा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री गौर भक्त श्री कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna,
हरे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे
Krishna, 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 Ram.
हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे राम Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Let me finish this round, Lavanya, okay? And we'll start. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Sapan Prabhu, Vani Mataji, Rashmi Mataji, Deepa Mataji, Lavanya, Dandavat Pranam. All glory to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much for joining today. We will start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. मम ज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणां परमानन्दमाधवं। श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम् ॐ अपवित्र पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थङ्गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं सा बाह्याभ्यान्तरं सुचि। श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु। We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, the status quo, chapter 7, further inquiries by Vidura. Then text 14. 14 है కదా? Text 14?
యాక్చువల్లీ అయిపోయింది కాకపోతే మీరు చదవలే కదా, సో ఇట్స్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ వర్స్ కదా, చదివి కంటిన్యూ చేయండి.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
You already know the shloka, so you can start.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Very important shloka. Yeah.
Yes, will do. अशेष संक्लेश समं विदत्ते गुणानुवादा श्रवणं मुरारे किं वा पुनस्तश्चरणारविन्द परागसेवा रतिरात्मलब्धा. Translation and purport by Abhayacharana Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: simply by chanting and hearing of the transcendental name, form, etc. of the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, one can achieve the cessation of unlimited miserable conditions. So question is, how to cessate unlimited miserable conditions? Simply by chanting and hearing Shravanam Kirtanam of the transcendental name, form, Leelas, pastimes, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, and of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Therefore, what to speak of those who have attained attraction for serving the flavor of the dust of the Lord's lotus feet? అంతనే అది ఉంటే ఇంకా లోడ్స్ చరణార వింద దగ్గర ఇంకా ఆల్వేస్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ థింగ్. ఓకే, దిస్ ఇస్ ద మోస్ట్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ థింగ్, నాట్ ఎనీ అదర్ థింగ్స్. Two different purports by Srila Prabhupada. Okay, two different methods for controlling the material senses are recommended in the Vedic scriptural wisdom. One of them is the process of jnana or the okay, Mataji, yeah, Radhika Mataji, hearing more. Thank you for joining and hearing this Bhagavatam and various readings. Are the path of the philosophical understanding of the Supreme Brahma, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan, that is what. The other is that of direct engagement in the transcendental loving devotional service of the Lord. Of these, the most popular methods, the path of devotional service is recommended here as the best, because one on the path of devotional service does not have to wait for the attainment of fruitive results of pious activities or for the results of knowledge. Dadami buddhi yogantam. The two stages of executing devotional service are: first, the stage of practicing devotional service with our present senses under the regulation of the recognized scriptures, and second, attaining sincere attachment for serving the particles of the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. The first stage is called sadhana bhakti, uh, or Vaidhi Bhakti, Vaidhi Bhakti, or devotional service for the neophyte, which is rendered under the direction of a pure devotee. That means Guru, spiritual master. And the second stage is called Raga Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti. Vaidhi Marga, Raganuga Marga. Okay, spontaneous, in which the mature devotee automatically takes to the various services of the Lord out of sincere attachment. The great sage Maitreya now gives the final answer to all the questions of Vidura. Devotional service to the Lord is the ultimate means to mitigate all the miserable conditions of material existence. The path of knowledge or that of mystic gymnastics may be adopted as a means for the purpose. But unless mixed with bhakti or devotional service, they are unable to award the desired result. By practicing sadhana bhakti, one may gradually rise to the point of raga bhakti. And by performing raga bhakti in loving transcendental service, one can even control the supreme powerful Lord. Haribol.
You can read one more, please.
Text 15. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vidura said, "O powerful sage, my Lord, all my doubts about the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the living entities have now been removed by your convincing words. Convinced, satisfied, be happy with that. Whatever questions you asked, he got that answers. My mind is now perfectly entering into them." Purport. The science of Krishna or the science of God and the living entities is so subtle that even a personality like Vidura has to consult persons like the sage Maitreya. Doubts about the eternal relationship of the Lord and the living entity are created by mental speculators in different ways. But the conclusive fact is that the relationship of God and the living entity is one of the predominator and the predominated. So we are all predominated by whom? Predominator. We are all enjoyed by who? Enjoyer, Krishna. That's where we are. The Lord is the eternal predominator and the living entities are eternally predominated. Real knowledge of this relationship entails reviving the lost consciousness to this standard. And the process for such revival is devotional service to the Lord. By clearly understanding from authorities like the sage Maitreya, one can become situated in real knowledge. And the disturbed mind can thus be fixed on the progressive path. Haribol. Thank you. You can ask devotees. Thank you very much.
It's also very short. You can read this one also. Yeah.
So Lavanya is giving me an opportunity to continuously read because these days I am logging off early. Thank you, Lavanya. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O learned sage, your explanations are very good. Yeah, again, Vidrana Eptun, okay. O learned sage, your explanations are very good, as they should be. Disturbances to the conditioned soul have no other basis than the movement of the external energy of the Lord. Purport. A living entity's unlawful desire to become one with the Lord in every respect is the root cause of entire material manifestation. One with the Supreme God means just like act like Supreme God, but we cannot know. But our false ego forced us to do that. Become one with the Supreme Lord. How can we become one with Supreme Lord? Like enjoyer, proprietor, controller, master. We cannot, and we cannot. 3 times and Hare Nama, Eva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, like that. Never ever be. We cannot, and we never become one with the Supreme Lord. We are always subservient to these. Gopi Bhartur Padakamalayur, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings are wonderful teachings. I am not a Brahmana, I am not a Kshatriya, I am not a Vaishya, I am not a Shudra. Even though I am not a Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, or Sannyasi, then what? Who am I? Gopi Bhartur Padakamalayur, Dasa, 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 Anudasa. So we got the perfect knowledge actually in one verse, Okay, manifestation, entire material manifestation. For otherwise, the Lord has no need to create such a manifestation, even for his pastimes. The conditioned soul, under the spell of the external energy of the Lord, falsely suffers many unfortunate incidents to material life. The Lord is the predominator of the external energy, Maya, whereas the living entity is predominated by the same Maya under the material condition. Three modes of material condition, right? Binding. There is one picture we see in Srila Prabhupada books. The laws of material nature, like that, three women uh, uh, controlling a man. Like, for example, that an example. There's a pictorial description. Three modes is like that. Okay, Durga Shakti. Material condition. The false attempt of the living entity to occupy the predominating post of the Lord is the cause of his material bondage. And the conditioned soul's attempt to become one with the Lord is the last snare of Maya. Last snare of Maya. Prabhupada words. Revo. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Yeah, Rashmi Mataji, you want to read? Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Mataji. Pranam.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Translation. Both the lowest of fools and he who transcendental to all intelligence enjoy happiness, whereas persons between them suffer the material pangs. Purpose. Thanks, purport. The lowest of fools do not understand material miseries. They pass their lives merrily and do not inquire into the miseries of life. Such persons are almost on the level of animals who, although in the eye of superiors, are always miserable in life and are unaware of material distresses. A hawk's life is degraded in its standard of happiness, which entails living in a filthy place, engaging in sex enjoyment at every opportune moment, and laboring hard in a struggle for existence. But this is known to the hog. Similarly, human beings who are unaware of the miseries of material existence and are happy in sex life and hard labor are the lowest of fools. Yet, because they have no sense of miseries, they supposedly enjoy so-called happiness. The others class of men, those who are liberated and are situated in the transcendental position above intelligence, are really happy and are called paramhamsas. But persons who are neither like hogs and dogs nor on the level of the paramhamsa feels the material pangs, and for them inquiry about the supreme truth is necessary. The Vedanta Sutra states Atahato Brahma Jignasas. Now, one should inquire about Brahman. This inquiry is necessary for those who are between the Paramhansas and the fools who have forgotten the question of self realization in the midst of life in sense gratification.
Thank you, Mataji. Shall we
Thank you,
read
Mataji.
up to we read this one, I think. Yeah, just a second. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Deepa Mataji, you can read.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
22.
Yeah, yes. Are you able to see my screen?
Translation. Yeah, I'm reading on my separate book, Mataji.
Okay.
Translation and purpose by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Purusha incarnation lying on the causal ocean is called the original Purusha in the material creations, and in his Virat form, in whom all the planets and their inhabitants live, he has many thousands of legs and hands. Purport. The first Purusha is Karnodakshay Vishnu, the second Purusha is Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and the third Purusha is Kshirodakshay Vishnu, in whom is contemplated the Virat Purusha, the gigantic form in which all the planets with their different developments and inhabitants are floating. Can I read one more, Mataji?
Yeah, you can read, Mataji. Yeah.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. O great Brahmana, you have told me that the gigantic Virat form and his senses, sense objects, and the 10 kinds of life exist with 3 kinds of life vigor. Now, if you will, kindly explain to me the different powers of the specific divisions.
Yeah, you can read this also.
O my Lord, I think that the process manifest in the forms of sons, grandsons, and family members has spread all over the universe in different varieties and species. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Vani Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandapani.
Yeah. Chautara Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Translation. O learned Brahmana, please describe how the leader of all the demigods, namely the Prajapati, Brahma, decided
Decide.
to establish the various Manus, the heads of the ages. Please describe the Manus also, and please describe the descendant of those Manus. Purport. The human race or Manushya Sara descends from the Manus, sons and grandsons of the Prajapati, Brahma. The descendants of Manu reside in all the different planets and rule all the universe.
Yes, ma'am.
Translation. O son of Mitra, kindly describe how the planets are situated above the earth as well as underneath it. And also please mention their measurements as well as that of the earthly planets. Purport. Yasmin vijate sarva evam vijatam bhavati. Mukunda Upanishad 1.3. The Vedic hymn declares empathetically that the devotee of the Lord knows everything material and spiritual in relationship with the Lord. Devotees are not simply emotional, as is ill-conceived by certain less intelligent men. Their direction is practical. They know everything that is and all the details of the Lord's dominion over the different creations.
Yeah, you can read this one also.
Translation. Also, please describe the living beings under different classifications. Subhumans, humans, those born of embryo, those born of perspiration, those who are twice born, birds, and the plants and vegetables. Kindly describe their generations and subdivisions also. Birds twice born alag avtar Mataji.
Yeah, అదే అడుగుతున్నా. లలిత్ మోహన్ ప్రభుజీ హరే కృష్ణ.
ఎందుకంటే ఎగ్ ఉంటుంది కదా మాతాజీ, ఎగ్ లో నుంచి పుడతారు.
So egg first birth is egg నుంచి
first
పుట్టడం,
birth
second
is
birth.
as egg, and then the second birth is when they come out of the egg.
Okay.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మాతాజీ.
పర్స్పిరేషన్ తో పుట్టే వాళ్ళు ఎవరు మాతాజీ?
మాతాజీ హరే కృష్ణ.
Yeah, మాతాజీ.
Insects, lower species mother, insects అట్లాంటివన్నీ.
Okay.
Four ways of germinating. చెప్పండి, ఒక్కొక్కరు చెప్పండి. ఒకటి పర్సిపిరేషన్, ఒకటి నెక్స్ట్ ఎంబ్రియో, నెక్స్ట్
twice born. मतलब right, eggs twice born into eggs.
egg then is one is seeds, trees, plants. Okay, four ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. రైట్. సో అది ఓకే, అది భాగవతం చెప్తుంది మనకు పర్టికులర్గా ఏదో ఒక వర్స్ ఉంటుంది. యా.
ఇది కంటిన్యూ చేయడం మాతాజీ ఇంకెవరైనా తీసుకుంటారా?
నేను చూస్తాను. స్వప్న మాతాజీ, మాతాజీ.
హరే కృష్ణ మాతాజీ. హరే
హరే
కృష్ణ
కృష్ణ.
ప్రభుజీ. Translation. Please also describe the incarnations of the material modes of nature, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and Maheshwara. And please describe the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his magnanimous activities. Purport. Although Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, the three incarnations of the material modes of nature, are the principal deities for the creation, maintenance, and destruction of the cosmic manifestation, they are not the final authority. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, is the ultimate goal, the cause of all causes. He is the ashraya or the final rest of everything.
Yeah, you can read it.
Yes, Mataji. Translation. O great sage, kindly describe the divisions and orders of human society in terms of symptoms, behavior, and characteristics of mental equilibrium and sense control. Also, please describe the births of great sages and the categorical divisions of the Vedas. Purport. The four statuses and orders of the human society are Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras, as well as Brahmacharis, Grihasthas, Vanaprasthas, and Sannyas are all divisions of quality, education, culture, and spiritual advancement attained by practicing control of the mind and the senses. All these divisions are based on the particular nature of each individual person, not on the principle of birth. Birth is not mentioned in this verse because birth is immaterial. Vidura is famous in history as born of a Sudrani mother, yet he is more than a Brahmana by qualification because he is seen here to be the disciple of the great sage Maitreya Muni. Unless one achieves at least the Brahminical qualifications, one cannot understand the Vedic hymns. Mahabharata is also a division of the Vedas, but it is meant for women, Shudras, and Dvijabandhus, the worthless children of the higher section. The less intelligent section of society can avail themselves for the Vedic instruction simply by studying the Mahabharata. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Radhika Mataji, she is in hearing mode. Yeah. I'll read. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Please also describe the expansions of different sacrifices and the path of mystic powers, analytical study of knowledge, and devotional service, all with their respective regulations. Purport. The word tantram is significant here. Sometimes tantram is misunderstood to be the black spiritual science of materialistic persons engaged in sense gratification. But here tantram means the science of devotional service compiled by Srila Narada Muni. One can take advantage of such regulative explanations of the path of devotional service and make progressive advancement in the devotional service of the Lord. Sankhya philosophy is the basic principle of acquiring knowledge, as will be explained by the sage Maitreya Muni. The Sankhya philosophy enunciated by Kapila Muni, the son of Devahuti, is the real source of knowledge about the supreme truth. Knowledge not based on the Sankhya philosophy is mental speculation and can yield to no tangible profit. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Please also describe the imperfection and contradictions of the faithless atheist, the situation of crossbreeding, and the movements of the living entities in various species of life according to their particular modes of nature and work. Purport. The combination of living entities in different modes of material nature is called crossbreeding. The faithless faithless atheists do not believe in the existence of God, and thus their path of philosophy are contradictory. Atheistic philosophers never agree with one another. Different species of life are evidence of varieties of mixtures of the modes of material nature. Thank you. Yeah, Raju Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
హియరింగ్ మోడ్ అని చెప్పిన ఓకే యూ కంటిన్యూ విత్
Hearing mode మాతాజీ.
Japan Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Is it iPhone yours?
యా ఆయన ఐఫోన్ అంటేనే అమెరికా ఓకే
మాతాజీ వాళ్ళ సర్వీస్ లో ఉన్నా నేను.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Prabhuji.
సో ముగ్గురు డివోటీస్ రాధికా మాతాజీ రాజు ప్రభు సపన్
Hearing
ప్రభు
mode.
హియరింగ్ మోడ్ మిగతా అందరితో నడిపించేసి
మీరు
నేను డ్రాప్
చదువుతారా? మీరు ఉన్నారు కదా, మీరు చదువుతారా?
నేను వన్ చదువుతాను
చదివాను.
టెక్స్ట్ 32 7th chapter 32 or 33 okay 3.7.33 translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please also explain the regulations for offering respects to the forefathers, the creation of the Pitraloka, the time schedule in the planets, stars and luminaries and their respective situations. Purport: the time durations of day and night as well as months and years are different in the different planets, stars and luminaries. The higher planets like the moon and the Venus have time measurements different from those of the Earth. It is said that 6 months of this planet Earth equal 1 day of the higher planets. In Bhagavad Gita, the duration of 1 day in Brahmaloka is measured to be 1,000 times the 4 yugas or 4,300,000 years multiplied by 1,000, and the month and year in Brahmaloka are calculated in that measure.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Yes, I'm dropping off. Okay, Hare Krishna.
ఇది కూడా చిన్న ఉంది, చదవండి. హరే కృష్ణ.
Okay. Translation purport. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please also describe the fruitive results of charity and penance of digging reservoirs of water. Please describe the situation of persons who are away from home and also the duty of a man in an awkward position. Purport: the digging of reservoirs of water for public is a great work of charity, and retiring from family life after 50 years of age is a great act of penance performed by the sober human being.
Thank you.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you. అది ఆ 2 శ్లోకాలు చేపిస్తున్నారా? శ్లోక రిసైటేషన్
చేస్తారా? చేసి వెళ్తారా? జస్ట్ సెకండ్. చేసి వెళ్తారా?
చేయమంటే చేస్తా. ఇట్స్ ఓకే. లేదా చదువుకుంటలేను. రేపు మండే చేస్తానులే. ఆ నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ ఒక 1 వీకే ఉంటుంది. ఫస్ట్ అవి 2 చేసి నేను కొంచెంసేపు చదివి వెళ్ళిపోతాను. ఓకే, ఇట్స్ ఓకే. ఐ విల్ ప్రిపేర్ మై సెల్ఫ్. హరే కృష్ణ.
హరే కృష్ణ. రష్మి మాతాజీ.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Translation and purport given by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O best among the Brahmanas, those who are spiritual master are very kind to the needy. They are always kind to their followers, disciples and sons, and without being asked by them, the spiritual master described all that is knowledge. Purport: there are many subjects to be known from the bona fide spiritual master. The followers, disciples and sons are all on one level for the bona fide spiritual master, and he is always kind to them and always speaks to them on transcendental subjects even though he is not asked by them. That is the nature of the bona fide spiritual master. Vidura appealed to Maitreya Muni to speak on subject about which he might not have asked.
The big purport, but you can do some, Mataji, then we can read it. Okay?
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah.
Translation: please describe how many dissolution there are for the element of material nature and who survives after the dissolution of to serve the Lord while he is asleep. Purport: In Brahma Samhita 5.47-48, it is said that all the material manifestation which innumerable universe appear and disappear with the breathing of Mahavishnu lying in Yoga Nidra or mystic sleep.
Yeah, it's a Brahma Samhita, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. Yeah. यह कर Mataji, how is the tune?
यः कारणानवजले भजति स्म योगा निद्रामनन्तजगदण्डसरोमकूपा
Okay. यः कारणावजले भजन्ति समयोगा निद्रम् अनन्त जगद आनन्द सरोमकूपः आधारशक्तिम् अवलम्ब्य परं स्वमुक्तिं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. यास्याय. So
Yes,
should I
ma'am.
continue?
Yes, Mataji. You know the tune, right?
यशायिका निःश्वासिता कलम् अथवामलम्ब्या जीवन्ति लोभ विचल्या जगद आनन्दनाथः विष्णुर्महान् स इहा यास्या कला विशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि.
Can read, Mataji.
Okay. Govinda, the ultimate and supreme personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, lies sleeping unlimitedly on the causal ocean in order to create unlimited numbers of universe. During that sleep, he lies on the water by his own internal potency, and I worship that original supreme Godhead. Should I continue, Mataji?
I'm looking, Mataji, because the 3 members are hearing more, right? So,
Yes, Mataji, my Prabhuji wants to read.
yeah, Prabhuji, yeah, you can give me.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Due to his breathing, innumerable universes come into existence, and when he withdraws his breath, there occurs the dissolution of all the lords of the universes. That plenary portion of the Supreme Lord is called Mahavishnu, and he is part of Lord Vishnu. I worship Govinda, the Lord, the original Lord. After the dissolution of material manifestation, the Lord and his kingdom beyond the casual ocean do not disappear, nor do the inhabitants, the Lord's associates. The associates of the Lord are far more numerous than the living entities who have forgotten the Lord due to the material association. The impersonalist explanation of the word aham in the 4 verses of the original Bhagavatam, aham evasam evagre, etc., is refuted here. The Lord, his eternal associates, remain after the dissolution. Vidura's inquiry about such persons is a clear indication of the existence of all the parapernalia of the Lord. This is also confirmed in the Kashi Kand, as quoted by both Jiva Goswami and Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti, who follow Chakravarti. Okay, in this follow in the footstep of Srila Sridhara Swami. Nachyante yad bhakta mahatmam pralyapadi ato jyoti khila loke sa kaha sarva govya. The devotees of the Lord never annihilate their individual existence, nor even after the dissolution of entire cosmic manifestation. The Lord and the devotees who associate with him are always eternal in both material and spiritual world. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah. Deepa Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Sorry. Which one, Mataji?
You highlighted one, Mataji. 38.
Okay. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. What are the truths regarding the living entities and the Supreme Personality of Godhead? What are their identities? What are the specific values in the knowledge in the Vedas? And what are the necessities for the spiritual master and his disciples? Purport. The living entities are constitutionally servitors of the Lord who can accept all kinds of services from everyone. It is clearly declared, Bhagavad Gita 5.29, that the Lord is the supreme enjoyer of the benefits of all sacrifices and penances, the proprietor of all that is manifested, and the friend of all living entities. That is his real identity. Therefore, when the living entity accepts this supreme proprietorship of the Lord and acts in that attitude, he resumes his real identity. In order to elevate the living entity to this standard of knowledge, there is the necessity of spiritual association. The bona fide spiritual master desires that his disciples know the process of rendering transcendental service to the Lord, and the disciples also know that they have to learn about the eternal relationship between God and the living entity from a self-realized soul. To disseminate transcendental knowledge, one must retire from mundane activities on the strength of enlightenment in knowledge in terms of Vedic wisdom. That is the sum and substance of all the questions in this verse. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, ma'am.
Vani Mataji. Swapna Mataji, Hare Krishna. Haribol Mataji, Swapna Mataji, Vani Mataji. Is it audible?
Mataji. చెప్పండి మాతాజీ.
చదువుతారా మాతాజీ?
యా చదువుతా. Translation. Spotless devotees of the Lord have mentioned the source of such knowledge. How could one have knowledge of devotional service and detachment without the help of such devotees? Purport. There are many inexperienced persons who advocate self-realization without the help of spiritual master. They decry the necessity of the spiritual master and try themselves to take his place by propagating the theory that a spiritual master is not necessary. Srimad Bhagavatam, however, does not approve this viewpoint. Even the great transcendental scholar Vyasadeva had need of a spiritual master, and under the instruction of a spiritual master, Narada, he prepared the sublime literature Srimad Bhagavatam. Even Lord Chaitanya, although he is Krishna himself, accepted a spiritual master. Even Lord Krishna accepted a spiritual master, Sandipani Muni. In order to be enlightened, and all the acharyas and saints of the world had spiritual masters. In Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna accepted Lord Krishna as a spiritual master, although there was no necessity of such a formal declaration. So in all cases, there is no question about the necessity of accepting a spiritual master. The only stipulation is that the spiritual master should be a bona fide. That is, the spiritual master must be in the proper chain of disciplinic succession called the Parampara system.
Continue, Mataji.
Konja highlight cheyara Mataji. Yeah. Suris are great scholars, but they may not always be anaga or spotless. The anaga Suri is one who is a pure devotee of the Lord. Those who are not pure devotees of the Lord or who want to be on an equal level with him are not anaga Suri. Pure devotees have prepared many books of knowledge on the basis of authorized scriptures. Srila Rupa Goswami and his assistants under the instructions of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have all written various literatures for the guidance of prospective devotees. And anyone who is very serious about raising himself to the standard of a pure devotee of the Lord must take advantage of these literatures.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah. Lalit Mohan Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Translation. Yeah. Am I audible, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. My dear sage, I have put all these questions before you with a view to knowing the pastimes of Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are the friend of all, so kindly describe them for all those who have lost their vision. purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Vidura put forward many varieties of questions with a view to understanding the principles of transcendental loving service to the Lord. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 2.41, devotional service to the Lord is one, and the mind of a devotee is not diverted to many branches of uncertainties. Vidura's purpose was to be situated in that service to the Lord, wherein one merges undivertedly. He claimed the friendship of Maitreya Muni, not because he was Maitreya's son, but because Maitreya was actually friend of all who have lost their spiritual vision due to material influence. Thank you so much, Mataji.
You can read one more, Prabhuji. You just know you joined, right? Yeah. ఇంకొకటి చదవండి, Prabhuji.
Okay, Mataji. Translation. O spotless one, your answers to all these questions will grant immunity from all material miseries. Such charity is greater than all Vedic charities, sacrifices, penances, etc. Purport. The highest perfectional work of charity is to give people in general immunity from the anxieties of material existence. This can be done only by performing activities in devotional service to the Lord. Such knowledge is incomparable. Cultivation of knowledge in the Vedas, performance of sacrifice, and distribution of munificent charities altogether cannot form even a part of immunity from the pangs of material existence that is gained from devotional service. Mataji, I just wanted to read this one once again.
Yes.
This sentence. Cultivation of knowledge in the Vedas, performance of sacrifice, and distribution of munificent charities altogether cannot form even a part of immunity from the pangs of material existence that is gained from devotional service. The charity of Maitreya not only will help Vidura, but due to its universal nature, we deliver all others in all times. Thus, Maitreya is immortal. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Last verse from this chapter. Chandramouli Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Prabhuji, you
Sri
can read translation and Akinchan Prabhuji will do purport, Prabhuji. Okay?
Okay. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said that thus the chief of the sages, who was always enthusiastic about describing topics regarding the personality of Godhead, began to narrate the descriptive explanation of the Puranas, being so infused by Vidura. He was very much enlivened by speaking on the transcendental activities of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Akinchan Prabhuji, you can do purport and you can conclude, Prabhuji.
Yes, but great learned sages like Maitreya Muni are always very enthusiastic about describing the transcendental activities of the Lord Maitreya Muni, being thus invited by the Vidura to speak, appeared to be smiling because he actually felt transcendental bliss. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of 3rd Canto, 7th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Further Enquiries of Vidura.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Lalit Mohan Prabhuji, you want to explain anything? You can explain, Prabhuji. Meanwhile, I'll search for this. Okay?
No, actually, Mataji, this, Vidura and Maitreya, they were telling that, Vidura is telling that, please explain it to everyone so that they will get detached. Okay? But studying about the universal form and the universe, will we get detached by it? So that is a question. So one answer is given in Mataji, can you please share 108438? 108438. Yes. If you can open 108438, Mataji.
Yeah, just a second.
Because here we are reading about the universal form, or the formation of the universe. So how will it help us actually?
1038?
108438.
10,
84,
84,
38.
38.
38.
ఇదేనా ప్రభుజీ?
Not yet visible, Mataji. Your screen is not yet visible.
Just a second. Is it visible, Prabhuji, now?
Yes, Mataji.
ఇదేనా శ్లోక?
Yeah. Vittaishanam. Yes. Okay. You can just, two devotees can read the translation of this. Okay. This is very, very. See, I'm just giving a context where it happened. This is a Kurukshetra war happening now. And after that, many of the Vrajvasis, they will come to Kurukshetra to meet Krishna. And actually, Krishna glorifies the sages there. Okay. It is only because of you, this color of saffron, this whole world is running. That's why that's what he used to tell. Krishna used to tell. Then these sages, out of humility, they will tell, Are Krishna, ab kya bol rahe ho? For the whole saffron, you are the only beacon light. We are doing it because only the love which you have given us. And then they will tell this. In that context, this shloka is spoken. Okay.
So here, glorification of saintly persons are there, Prabhuji?
No. In the glorification of the saintly persons will happen by Krishna. And then the sages, they themselves will glorify Krishna in this way.
Okay.
They will tell, तो उसमें उस context में, in that context this will come.
Okay.
Any random two devotees, they can read it.
One from Mataji's and
One
from
Prabhu and one Mataji. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Prabhuji, but
Rashmi
first
Mataji.
is related to the present context. Can you explain? అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం చదివేదానికి ఇది ఎట్లాగా ఇంటర్ కనెక్టెడ్ ఒకసారి చెప్తారా?
Yeah. Here there is one sentence in this. Okay. And he should learn. See, and he should learn to renounce his desire for promotion to the higher planets in his next life, O saintly Vasudeva, by studying the effects of time. Okay. So, whenever we study this about the universal form creation, so we will think ourselves we are very minute, because one kalpa, the definition of a kalpa itself is so huge that we will think, Are baap re baap, this 100 years of life is nothing, and we should not actually desire for the next life or this to be in this material world again. How will we realize that? By studying the effects of time. Now, what are the effects of time? This in heavenly planets, they used to say there is an amruta where you will get immortality, right? Have you heard about this?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Prabhuji, is it Somarasa you're talking about?
Yeah. So, when you drink it, how much time will you get, One extra kalpa you get, that's it. That they consider as immortality. Even the devatas in the heavenly planets. Okay? Oka kalpa time istene vallu immortality antunaru actually. But when we study about the lifetime of Brahma and, material and spiritual worlds, what will we know? We should not stay here only. We should go back. How we will come to know about all these things? When we study about the effects of time. Why? See, the highest time who could live in this material world is Markandeya Rishi, right? He could live for 7 kalpas. What did he realize? Are mujhe rehna hi nahi hai idhar. Okay? And when he intensely prays, then the Vatpatrasai will come. Okay? So, the time when we study properly, what will we desire? Not to stay in this material world. We should go back home, back to Godhead. Okay, this is what Vidura is telling in the last 3 shlokas. Please tell them, please enlighten all of us about the creation so that we will not have a desire to stay here but to serve the Lord. Understood, na? So here,
Prabhuji,
different.
Markandeya Rishi, Vatapatra Sai, can you explain little bit, Prabhuji?
So actually, Markandeya Rishi, he does a intense tapasya. Okay. After he doing tapasya, Lord will come and tell him to ask for some benedictions. Okay. So his benediction is, I wanted to stay here and I don't want to come here. You know. So please grant me immortality. So then Krishna being, he's Vishnu actually. So Vishnu being very, very, he knows, अरे आप जो मेरे को मांग रहे हो ना वो अच्छा नहीं है आपके लिए, तो मैं क्या करता हूँ आपको 7 कल्प देता हूँ, ठीक है? What you are asking to me is not good for you, so I cannot make you stay here for all the time, but you can stay for 7 kalpas, okay? Jaisa, the moment the first kalpa happens na, that universal water, it comes. When the universal water comes, what happens? It will completely inundate the whole planet Earth. Then this person, because he is a Chiranjiva, out of 7 Chiranjivis, he is one, and he is the one who is having more kalpas Ayush. So after first and second day, I think, after second universal destruction, he will pray. He will pray to the Lord intensely. Hare Krishna, मैंने क्या मांगा आपसे यार? And अब मेरे को 5 और रहना है करके. Then Krishna will tell him, no. Whenever you will swim in this ocean of these waters, I will come and show myself to you in this Vatapatra Sai. Vatapatra Sai means in the betel leaf, he will be
Sucking.
You know that, yeah, he will be sucking his
toe.
left, yeah, the button finger of the left toe. Okay. So he is the one who, morning. So he is the one who got lot of time to stay here. But what is he praying? मैंने क्या गलती कर दिया? Okay. So whenever we read about the creation or whenever we read about the effects of time, what we should know? We should not stay in this place. Okay. So that's what we will realize. This is what the sages of Kurukshetra were telling in their praising to Krishna. Okay. So 2 devotees can read the translation.
Yes. Yeah, one Mataji, one Prabhuji. Please carry on.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I read?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. With synonyms, Mataji, or only translation?
Only translation. This is related to our whatever we are reading. So Prabhuji wants to. Yes.
Translation. An intelligent person should learn to renounce his desire for wealth by performing sacrifices and acts of charity. He should learn to renounce his desire for wife and children by experiencing family life. And he should learn to renounce his desire for promotion to a higher planet in his next life. O saintly Vasudeva, by studying the effects of time, self-controlled sages who have thus renounced their attachment to household life go to the forest to perform austerities. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Should I read Mataji?
We'll give to Prabhuji's Mataji. Akinchan Prabhuji? Akinchan Prabhuji? Yeah, you can read.
Intelligent person should learn sacrifices and acts of charity. He should learn to renounce his desire for wife and children by experiencing family life, and he should learn to renounce his desires for promotion to the higher planets in the next life. O saintly Vasudeva, by studying the effects of the time, self-controlled sages who have thus renounced their attachment to household life go to the forest to perform austerities.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah. Wealth Mohan Prabhuji, carry on.
Yes, Mataji. He should learn to renounce his desire for wife and children by experiencing family life. An intelligent person should learn to renounce his desire for wealth by performing sacrifice and acts of charity. Okay. Yes, Mataji. Here it is said, learn to renounce his desire for promotion to higher categories in his next life by studying the effects of time. So what we are studying right now, we are studying the effects of time. What happens, when the time, due to time, okay, what are all the changes that is going to happen? Okay, Karnadakshay Vishnu's one inhalation, one exhalation, and then how the Brahma creates and all. This is what we are studying, na? So after studying this, we should realize that we should not, we should at least have a thought in our mind that we should not desire for a heavenly planets promotion. देखो हम सब ये बोलेंगे अभी, ठीक है? But we are not ready to even give a heavenly planets. Yesterday, Pongunur var Kailu, this the costliest mangoes in Andhra is Pongunur var Kailu here. Okay, Pandurur Kailu, Pandururi mangoes. One mango costs some 70 rupees or something like that. Okay, this is the costliest one which we can get here. So one of my friends, he bought 50 mangoes here into my home, and we were like, we pounced on it actually, every one of our family members. Why? It is said the taste of a mango is a heavenly planet's taste. It's not a earthly taste, right? That is the only taste here in the fruits which has a heavenly planet's taste. When we pounced on it, then we can understand, of course. देखो हमारे जो goal है वो बहुत बड़ा है, but still we are not ready for that. But we are studying them very systematically, and we are studying them with good intention. So one day Krishna might give us that desire to go back home, back to Godhead. But right now we are not ready. Okay. But here the sages are telling the intelligent person should study the effects of time to not desire for heavenly planets. Okay. Mataji, I'm done, Mataji. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Mataji's, Bhakti Vaibhava Mataji's, you can do shloka and translation. Others will do only shloka, Mataji. Please carry on.
Yes, Mataji, I'll start.
Yeah, yes, Mataji.
Vikrovacha. Varan vibhotvat varadeshvarat buddha katham vrinite guna vikriyatmanam येनारकानाम् अपि सन्ति देहिनां तानीश कैवल्यपते वृणेन च. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear Lord, you are the best of the demigods who can offer benedictions. Why therefore should any learned person ask you for benedictions meant for living entities bewildered by the modes of nature? Such benedictions are available automatically even in the lives of living entities suffering in hellish conditions. My dear Lord, you can certainly bestow merging into your existence, but I do not wish to have such a benediction.
Yeah, it's related to Prabhuji what he is explaining. Yeah, it's nice.
Sauttamashlokamaham Sauttamashlokamahannukhachuto Bhavatpadambhojasudhakananila Smritim punarvismritatattvavartmanam Kuyoginam no Vitaratyalambare. Translation. My dear Lord, you are glorified by the selected verses uttered by great personalities. Such glorification of your lotus feet is just like saffron particles. When the transcendental vibration from the mouths of great devotees carries the aroma of the saffron dust of your lotus feet, the forgetful living entities gradually remembers his eternal relationship with you. Devotees thus gradually come to the right conclusion about the value of life. My dear Lord, I therefore do not need any other benediction but the opportunity to hear from the mouth of your pure devotee. Hare Krishna.
Lalit Mohan Prabhuji, why it is like here only like they are mentioning saffron dust, Prabhuji? Is there any significance or because of saintly persons always serves his lotus feet?
I don't know, Mataji. Why saffron is compared, I don't know. I should ask some of my seniors.
Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah, Vani Mataji. Mataji, Vani Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Mataji.
Yeah.
Chautara.
Yeah.
Shloka recitation.
Yeah, chesta Mataji. Ini first da Mataji?
Yes,
Chituru
yes.
watch, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Varan vibhotvad varadeshwarat buddha katham vrinite gunavikriyatmanam ye narakanam apishanti dehinam tani shakaivalyapate vrininacha. Translation. My dear Lord, you are the best of the demigods who can offer benedictions. Why, therefore, should any learned person ask you for benedictions meant for living entities, bewildered by the modes of nature? Such benedictions are available automatically, even in the lives of living entities suffering in hellish conditions. My dear Lord, you can certainly bestow merging into your existence, but I do not wish to have such a benediction. स उत्तमश्लोकमहन्मुखचितो भवात्पदाम्बोजसुधा कनानिलै स्मृतिं पुनर्विस्मृततत्त्ववर्त्मना कुयोगिनं नो वितरत्यलम्बरै. Translation. My dear Lord, you are glorified by the selected verses uttered by great personalities. Such glorification of your lotus feet is just like saffron particles. When the transcendental vibrations from the mouths of great devotees carries the aroma of the saffron dust of your lotus feet, the forgetful living entity gradually remembers his eternal relationship with you. Devotees thus gradually come to the right conclusion about the value of life. My dear Lord, I therefore do not need any other benediction but the opportunity to hear from the mouth of your pure devotee.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Swapna Mataji, try chestara, last lo chestara. Hare Krishna, Swapna Mataji.
Mataji chesta Mataji.
Yeah. Ippudu chestara?
Yes, Mataji chesta.
Okay. Yeah, this is the first one. Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Riturvacha. Varan vibhotvat varadeshwara buddha katam vriniti guna vikriyatmanam yena rakanam api santi dehinam tani shakaivalya pativri ninacha. सा उत्तमश्लोके महान्मुक्तच्युतो भावत् पदम्बोजसुदका कनानिला स्मृतिर्पुनर्विस्मृत वर्तमान कुयोगिनां नो वृतरेति alam vara. Pardon me for reading.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Yeah, Akinchan Prabhuji, Chandramouli Prabhuji, and yeah, Sapan Prabhuji here. Yeah. Rashmi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Mataji, would you like to do?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Pratharovachu. Varan vibhotvad varadeshvarad buddha katham vranite gunavikriyatmanam yenarakanam api santi dehinam tanisha kaivalyapate vrinena cha. सा उत्तमश्लोका महान्मुखच्युतो भवात् पदाम्भोजसुधकाननानिलाः स्मृतिं पुनर्विस्मृततत्त्ववर्तमानं कुयोगिनं नो वृततत्तलं वरेः.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, Akinchan Prabhuji, then Chandramouli Prabhuji.
Okay, Mataji. Me first sloka. Yeah. Pitruvacha. Varan vibhotvad vardesvarad budai katam rinite gunavikriyatmanam yena rakanam api shanti dehinam tanisha kaivalyapate vrunena cha. So uttama sloka mohanmukachyuto bhavat padamboja sudha kananilaya smritim punarvisimrita tattvat varatmanam kuroginam no vitarate alam varai.
Mataji, can I study? Can I read?
Yes, Prabhuji. Just yeah. Yes, Prabhuji.
Pritharvacha varan vibhotvad budaha katam vrinite gunavikriyatmanam yenarakanam api santi dehinam tanisha kaivalyapate vrinena cha. Sa uttama mukhachyuto avat padamboja sudha kanamte smritim punarvismritatattvavartamana yoginam vitarattyalam vare. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, Akinchan Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Varan vibhotvad varadeshavarad buddha katam vrinite gunavikriyatmanam yenarkanam api santi dehinam tan isha kaivalyapate vrinena cha. Sauttama-shloka mahanmukachyuto bhavat padambujo sudhakananila smritim punarvisamritatattvavartamanam kuyoginam no vitaratyalam varai.
Vismruta, forgotten, మర్చిపోవడం. విస్మృత. ఇక్కడ స్మృతం ఉంది కదా, స్మృతం. ఇది విస్మృత.
Yeah, okay. Smritam punarvismrita. Okay.
స్మృతం అంటే గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవడం, విస్మృతం అంటే మర్చిపోవడం.
Smritam punarvis అది బ్రేక్ చేసి నెక్స్ట్
Yeah.
వర్డ్ చేయమంటారు కదా
Spritam
ప్రభుజీ.
punarvespritatattvavatmanam. Spritam
Oh.
punarvespritatattvavatmanam.
ఓకే ఓకే మాత.
Yeah. Yes. లలిత్ మోహన్ ప్రభుజీ ఒకసారి చేస్తారా?
Yes, mother.
Yeah.
पृथुर्वाक्ष वरान् विभोत्वत् वरदेश्वराद्बुधा कथं वृणीते गुणविक्रियात्मनाम् ये नारकानामपि सन्ति देहिनां तानि च कैवल्यपते वृणेन च. स उत्तमश्लोकमहन्मुखच्युतो भवत्पदाम्भोजसुधाकनानिलः स्मृतिं पुनर्विस्मृततत्त्ववर्त्मनां कुयोगिनां नो वितरत्यलं वरै. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Priturvacha. Anybody wants to recite or all done? Yeah, Priturvacha. Varan vivotvad varadeshwaradbuddha katam vrinite gunave kriyatmana yenarakana pisanti dehina tani shakaivalyapate vrinena cha. सौत्तमश्लोकमहन्मुखच्युतो भवत्पदाम्भोजसुधाकनानिला स्मृतिं पुनर्विस्मृततत्त्ववर्त्मनां कुयोगिनां नो विरतत्यलं वरै. Thank you, Mataji and Prabhujis. Thank you for joining today's reading call and recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you. Vancha kalpatarupyasya kripa sindhubhyo vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Reading ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamritam ki jai. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.